Jazz and Beyond,
where the standards are always hot
and the mood's just right.
On 702
and K-Talk.
I told you it is time for some introspection, some meditation, and of course some serenation. Is it when you're serenading someone? Serenation or serenade. Angas Singis. Maxwell Baloyi. This is a man he's just not just a pianist. He's a multifaceted artist. And he's got so much influence, not only as a pianist, but as a producer, a songwriter, a composer, an arranger. He's a lecturer as well. He's a lot of things. And a very important and significant man and musician for this generation that lives today. As you can hear in the piano works that he's doing there in the background, this is out of his new project, or should I say even debut project, called Healing Palms. Maxwell Baloyi, welcome to Jazz and Beyond.
Thank you, Sis Natemba.
Can I see your palms? Let me see how healing they are. Yeah, they do look like they're capable of it, especially when they're on the black and white keys.
Yes.
What beautiful music!
Thank you so
much.
And
I'm listening to this particular song. It's called Unakucha Chave. My father was a great man.
Unakuchava, okay, yeah.
Am I Unakuchave?
Unakuchava.
Okay, I'm reading it in Zulu.
Yeah.
Unakuchave.
Yeah.
Beautiful title though.
Thank you so much.
My father was a great man. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Paying tribute to him?
Yes.
Or another father that's above, or somewhere else?
That's the very same father who contributed towards this journey as someone who gave birth to me. So it's a tribute to everything, as much as he was not an artist, but he supported everything that I was doing.
Yeah.
Yes. So Unakuchaba is a statement that we would always say that you must just forget about the fear and focus on what you're doing. So that's why I decided to compose a song in response to what you used to say as a title.
Wow. The melody is still ringing in my head. Dun, 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 dun,
yes.
Dun, 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 dun. You can't miss it there as much as you are playing 1,000 notes.
No.
But that melody stays, even though the song, moves into different waves.
Exactly.
And I love that about, this album, that there's a melody that you hear, even though there's other things happening, that melody stays in the song. So is that the melody that came to you?
That's the melody. And
thinking about your dad.
Yeah, talking about my dad. But again, it's a way of the way we compose as Africans. There's always a melody or a repetition of a certain phrase to always come back as a reminder. So it's music for us Africans. We don't just play music for nothing. There's always a purpose, and the highest purpose is to transcend beyond everything.
You're from Limpopo.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think at the top of my head how many jazz pianists I know from Limpopo. Do you know any? Maxwell Baloyi.
No. Yeah.
So the question is, with the kind of music that you grew up listening to,
yes.
Curiosity says, how did you then have this ear for jazz music, and where did it come from?
So in a Kasi vibe, there's always that Malume who plays blues on the corner, and there are books as well that we always share. And for each and every song, there's always a story. So I had a friend. His name is Jack Malaj, who used to play lots of jazz. And I have a choral background. And then later on, he introduced me to most of the recordings. I remember he had Love Supreme as well, John Coltrane, vinyl. And then he had your Miles Davis. But he really loved blues a lot. Then later on, there was a band next door. They used to play disco. It was disco way back then. And then a little bit of funk. Obvious, if it goes to that direction, there will be a little bit of improvisation. So it was a very interesting information because, I mean, this is oral perception, not really based on something that we can learn from a book or a score. So, it really ignited my interest in terms of jazz. Then a few years later, I heard that this is cool, called Natal Technicon. It's in Durban.
Yeah.
I took a risk. I thought I was going to be a bass player because my brother's a bass player.
Okay.
When I arrived, they said, no, this bass is not going to work. Try something on the piano. There were a few chords that I knew.
Yeah.
I played the chords, and then they took me through bridging for a year. Then later on, joined the program.
And you like the sound of the piano?
I love the sound of the piano.
I love the sound of the piano
it's
too.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
I think I'm going to be piano drunk by Monday because even yesterday I went to this piano festival at Vests.
Oh, yes.
And there were these two Italians playing this Spina and Benignetti. They were playing classical piano. So, and, just before the news, I was playing that Bill Evans, and I was asking you, is Bill one of your guys too?
Yeah, you can't escape Billy. You can't really run away from Billy. The way he articulate the space, you can hear that each and every note is premeditated. He doesn't just play without thinking about the notes. But the beautiful part, the breathing on his playing, and the melodic patterns that are simple. And you can hear that there's a lot of thinking in this playing, and the space as well.
Yeah.
I love Keith Jarrett as well. I love the solo piano. Keith Jarrett is one of my greatest influence.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, but I want to play this song first about, what influenced the way you play the piano and that sound, especially when you go and study music, and half the time, if not 100% of the time, everyone is taught American music, and how you get to a place where you're like, hi man, I need me in this thing. I need me in this thing. So we'll play The Future of the Past of the Future. Yeah, my dog. These titles. The album is called Healing Palms. It's a solo piano work. It's my guest today, Maxwell Baloyi. It is Jazz and Beyond, and it is the music of Maxwell Baloyi on Jazz and Beyond. The album, Healing Palms, the track, The Future of the Past and the Past of the Future. And I'm just chuckling to myself because my technical producer is listening to this song, shaking his head slowly, and his hand is on his heart. Maxwell, you see what you're doing to my producer here? His hand is on his heart and he's slowly moving his head. Healing Palms, the album. How did you get here to Healing Palms?
So I believe hands, fingers, that channel frequency through an instrument with the intention of healing, it means it will meet the vibration as much as it's a different directions. So this concept of healing palms, I go back to a very ancient method where a dance, a song, and a vibration tends to heal. So in this concept of Healing Palms, the album, I'm saying I invite, actually Healing Palms, an invitation communal healing rather than me standing for this healing. So I'm inviting resilience, selfness, and positive energy through this music, through this frequency. But of course, I'm using a piano to do this thing. So healing palms, it's seen as something that's articulating healing through piano and frequency.
And how do you want us to heal? Just on a practical level.
Yes.
Because people are quite angry. They're upset. They're frustrated. Like it was stage 6, I don't know, 7, or I don't know. We have 2 hours slot in 24 hours kind of thing of power. People, we've had horrible torrential rains. Yeah. People's houses are flooded. We've had people who have no access to water for months and years. We've got crime. We've got all these things that are happening, and people are, and just saying, let's heal. And listen to the music. Yes, music heals, in a spiritual way, but on a practical level. How are these messages you're sharing with us? How do you want us to receive them in the way that so kind of thing?
Yeah, it's not temper. For the longest time, music has been used as a catalyst. It doesn't matter whether it was activism music. And I know that we had lots of activism music, but I believe we need healing music in this space where we are right now as a world. So these songs and all these melodies is to ignite and ensure people that we still have hope through this music. We can have courage to move on. But again, it's a concept that says, when I look within your eyes, I see myself. The only thing that I can do is to listen to you and be kind to each other.
Yes, because sometimes our frustration, then we take it out on the people near us, close to us, or around us, or, kind of say. I want to go back to that question I said I was going to ask Ailey, because I think it also relates to what you just said. When I said, you go to university and you taught American music. Did you find that as much as you're hearing and you're learning this music, you couldn't quite relate as Maxwell, or in a way of who you are and where you come from, that you needed to put yourself in this music, or you were just learning technical things? The opportunity is there for you now to, from what you've learned, find yourself in it.
That's a very beautiful question. That Natal Technicon, it was a beautiful environment to be, because as much as we had all the standards, your Charlie Parker and all these transcriptions, there were artists who used to come through. So I'll think of Mambus and Klongo will come at the campus and practice with Susan Berry. And then before you know it, Neil Garsafels is practicing with Johnny Clegg. Before you know it, Seleko is coming through with Wawa Winston Mankoku. And then there were lots of artists. So,
can't you, how old are you?
That was like 20 something years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say, as much as we had this syllabus, we had conversation with these masters were coming through.
Beautiful.
But again, I believe as much as you can study something, you can study classic. There's no way that you can remove your identity. So my approach towards this music, I went back home and listened to Dinaga from Pulukwani and then I went back home and listened to Shigopu from the Tsonga. And I mean, when you talk about Limpopo is such a huge province. I think we have three tribes in one province. So thinking about the music and
the music is as diverse and colorful as the three different.
Yes. You cannot run away from that. So I believe, as much as you can learn other songs, there's no way that you can remove your personality.
Yeah.
And even these cultural things that were happening, around they really shape the way you sound. But I don't want to lie. I mean, Pops Mohammed, because I've been playing with Pops Mohammed for such a long time. Pops Mohammed introduced me to lots of kora music. So you hear some of the articulation on the piano is more related on kora. That's Senegal and Gambia, and he even introduced me more to some of the recordings of the late Tayo Mlelekwa, who is a great influence towards the work that I'm doing as well. So these figures...
Actually, I'm hearing it already. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about, what's fantastic is that as a lecturer, you have now incorporated what you've learned, what you saw, what you experienced into your teachings. Let me tell you why. I got a message here from a gentleman. I'll tell you his name after. He says, he sent me on WhatsApp. He says, "Oh, wow. One of the teachers at a school I formerly went to in 2013. He says, while he never taught me personally, he was great with students, just like his then other colleagues, like Sisa Sopazi, who taught us music theory and rhythm, Mr. Zonke, Mr. Solomon Mboto, and Lue Nechivali." Oh, I love Lue. Oh, okay. Even though our syllabus at the college was largely based on American jazz music, they contributed greatly to how I got to appreciate local musicians and compositions. All the best with his new album. Looking forward to seeing him perform soon. And this is from Sinetemba Gwili.
Oh, Sinetemba.
Yes.
What a great man.
Yeah, so the impact of your teachings, and even though, like he says, you didn't teach him personally, but he saw how important do you think that is, the way you do things, and why you thought, let me do this differently?
I think affording a space to students to be themselves, and introducing some concept without not even telling them.
Ne?
I always say, we all know that a ghost exists, but we never really saw one, because it works with the subconscious mind. So the more you repeat one and the same thing, they tend to believe it. So you have a method that drop information, but not in a very aggressive way. Repetition, like I said, but afford them as well to come to check other repertoire rather than jazz, and encourage them to read books as well that speaks to this. So they mustn't look at music as music separated from everything. So I always say, you don't choose to be a pianist because you are playing piano. Piano is part of your lifestyle. You cannot separate yourself that, today I'm not a pianist, I'm just a father. No. Because if you lie a lot, lying will resemble towards your work. If you use the very same hands to beat women, it means people will receive the very same frequency.
When you even pass, or you give someone something, you are passing on that energy.
You are passing on that energy,
negative
energy
onto somebody else. Do you think this album would have sounded different had it not been a solo piano project?
Yes, I think it will sound different. I'm more intentionally starting with solo piano because this work is more than 20 years. These are the songs and themes that I was playing when I was still in school. So I've been playing this song for such a long time. These songs carried me. So I thought it will be the best way to start with the solo piano as a yardstick, because I believe on the next project as well, it will be a response towards this project.
Yeah.
So there will be no separation from this project. So I think it will sound different, because inviting other instruments as well, they've got a way of singing this music. And I'm not saying it's bad, but I felt like I must give a chance.
I think we this project gives us an idea of the essence of you without any interference. And yes, we will listen to it and we will receive it as you have gifted us. We will engage with it to think about how we can heal and share the healing with others, and as a communal, communal healing. And next time I look at my palms, I must make sure they are healing palms.
They are healing palms.
Yes,
they are healing palms.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I think we had this conversation at Nikki's. I was telling you the other time that as much as you don't regard yourself as a teacher, you've taught lots of us through those repertoires that you used to play. I remember we used to have a small radio. Each and every Sunday we'll sit down and doing a guessing game. That's tune up, and the other one said, no, that's not tune up, that's countdown. And then when you mention all these names about the song, I don't know, I win. So it's
wow.
It might be we can perceive it as non-formal way of learning, but you contributed. You are still contributing.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. And when are we seeing your perform on stage?
Okay. We are having something with on the 27th of February at Breeze Block. It's in Brixton. So we're going to have a conversation with the master Bongan Matondo about healing palms as well.
Okay.
It's on the 27th of February. Yeah.
No, when I posted that I'll be talking to you, I saw a lot of musicians commenting about looking forward to this conversation, and I hope they got to listen. They're not load-shedded, and they appreciate the conversation, and lovely messages are coming through. Dr. Philman Mahuma says, Maxwell Baloyi, he's on point. Congratulations, what beautiful music. And he says, yesterday he read an article that suggests an ancient tradition of tapping on the right parts of the body to induce and invoke health. He says there are great prospects here with this music. So
thank you,
my brother. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I know I missed the launch, which was apparently amazing, but
it's beautiful.
It was beautiful, and I hope to see you on stage
very soon.
Maxwell Baloyi. What's the other name? Bolani.
Yeah.
Healing palms. Next time you touch anything, just make sure those hands are healing. We're going to play you out with Divine Mother, Beyond Gravity. Hey, Mara, I'm a title ako, my brother. Nyawatanda. I love them. I really love them. Very poetic. Divine Mother. It was actually my mother's birthday yesterday.
I noticed.
Yeah. So she was my Divine Mother.
Divine Mother, Beyond
Gravity.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thanks, Maxwell.
Thank you so much.